I really need to come up with tomorrow's episode. And it's going to be episode 6 of the Neighborhood Bar series. Why is this? Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, I need to clean this ice machine. Clearly, it just makes a terrible sound whenever it needs to be cleaned, and I haven't cleaned it in a little bit, so. All right. All right, so Pearl, all right. So Sue-Ann's like, why'd you have to do that? And I'm like, you deserve this. Because Pearl and Sue-Ann don't get along. So, all right. This is just my creative, like, I'm just recording how I come up with the next episode. So I know who is going, who I know where the earring came from. It came from Pearl. Like, as the writer, I'm telling you guys this. There's no spoilers. I'm not going to tell you who stole the package off of Sue-Ann's porch. It's going to be, like, much deeper than just a package. I'm going to have to get the other characters involved somehow, but I really don't know how I'm going to do that yet. This whole, it takes me so many hours of thinking about this to come up with how it all goes together. Okay, so I think, oh, the earring in the next episode needs to come out as Pearl's earring. This earring right here. So this earring is what Pearl wears when I play Pearl, right? And I have the other one. So Pearl is, maybe these are like heirlooms or something from her mammy, because she was named after her mammy, so she is very close to her mammy or something. And maybe the person who stole the package, who I know it's gonna be, but I need to like work up to that, right? It's somebody that doesn't like Sue-Ann for a good reason. And I know why. Okay, so Sue-Ann deserves this. So Pearl's gonna come in, she's gonna be all bubbly. She'll be like, hey guys, how y'all doing? You know, all bubbly and stuff. She's gonna be wearing a necklace, and it's gonna have this earring because this one is gonna be in Sue-Ann's pocket, and Sue-Ann found this one in her yard. So Pearl's gonna be wearing this because this is her mammy's, and she got this one stolen, and that person dropped it in Sue-Ann's yard to try to make Sue-Ann think that Frank and Pearl were hooking up, okay? So she's gonna be wearing this one on her neck, not knowing that Sue-Ann thinks that Pearl stole her package when she sees it. So Sue-Ann's gonna reach in her pocket and she's gonna pull it out and she's gonna be like, oh, that's the same one. And she's gonna be, and you know, during the time that Sue-Ann's pulling this out of her pocket, she's gonna be figuring out that, so I'm gonna be asking Pearl what she wants to drink. And then she's gonna be like, what did you have to ask me? And then I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, have you gotten any packages stolen off of your porch? And then, or maybe I won't say that. Okay. I can't decide how I wanna play this because maybe Sue-Ann brings up the fact that she sees the necklace being worn because she's gonna put it on a necklace because nobody goes around rocking around with no earring, like one earring. That's weird, right? And then she'll be like, oh, I see your necklace. Okay, wait. All right, I'm writing this. Okay. All right, I need to write it out like line by line because this is just like a rough draft, but I really want to record this episode tomorrow. So I want to get it more done. All right, so I see you're wearing, so Pearl's gonna walk in and be like, hey y'all, Oh, she already said, hey, y'all, in the last episode. So, hey. Oh, she's going to say something about how the garage hasn't been open lately, maybe. Hey, it's nice to see your garage is open. I've been missing coming over here and pestering Suanne. She can't say that. Okay, wait. I've been missing. Coming over here. But Pearl is very thank you, Jeremy. Aw, thank you for joining. Okay, so Pearl's gonna come and be like, hey, I've been missing coming over here and we did not find the poop in the Airbnb. I think it was a shark. I think that's what it was. And he just said, I pooped. And he was like pointing to his butt, I think. But anyways, I've been missing coming over here. I'm gonna write this. And I want you guys to see my creative process. That's why I'm doing it on here. All right, I've been missing coming over here. Maybe I'll have her have a lot of tea about other stuff. Yeah. And you know Pearl's played with toys, so Suanne would think that Pearl took it, especially because she lives so close. Like, Carl with a K and Jess live around the corner. So they wouldn't have a reason to, be going by her house, right? So, I've been missing coming over here. How's everything been? I've been missing coming over here. Michelle, you want to do a shot with me? And then have her have her put a 20 out. Yeah, okay, so put a 20 out. I don't want you thinking that I'm over here. Oh, no. Maybe not put a 20 out. That's weird. I don't know. No, not put a 20 out. Just be like, Michelle, would you like to do a shot? I'm going to be like, yeah, I do. Because Suanne just made me listen to this whole crap. Would you mind getting me a water or Michelle, would you like to do a shot with me? And if you don't mind, I'll take a water. No, okay, how do I word it? I've been missing coming over here. Like to do a shot with me? Maybe she'll let me choose and I'll make it. Yeah, maybe I'll... No. No. I was thinking about the decanter, this thing that I haven't drank yet. My sister came over and she and I did a shot together, but the thing from Halloween, I could have Pearl be like, there's so many ways I can go with this. Okay. I've been missing coming over here, Michelle. Would you like to do a shot with me? I'd love that, Pearl. What would you like? Yes, that's what I would say. I would love that. Oh, and then I can look at Suanne. She's going to be rolling her eyes. Okay. I would love that, Pearl. I've missed your bubbly personality. I've missed you too. I love how Pearl is just so, she's a queen. I don't know. What would you like to do? I would love that, Pearl, because Suanne, just made me listen to, I don't know how I'm gonna word this. Oh my gosh. Okay, all right. Let me see what you guys are saying. Her sparkly personality. We love Sue-Ann. I love Sue-Ann. She's a very useful character, okay? And she's, you know, nosy enough, and she's pretty practical, I would say. She's a little heartless, but she does well in the stories. Like, there's so many times that I'm like, I need somebody to say this, and it's like, oh, Sue-Ann would say that. Yeah. I use her a lot. I didn't get a Cash App. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm so sorry. Why do y'all keep saying the same thing? Mexican jacket. What are you talking about? Purple Mexican jacket. I don't know what that is. Is that a shot? I like Mexican candy shots, but are you a little Mexican purple parrot without a jacket? What? Stop saying that. I'm about to block you. I needed some mods in here, really. Okay. Did I blow bubbles as a kid? Yes. All right, I'm gonna quit reading y'all these comments. I was like wanting to kind of bounce ideas off of you guys, and I'm not like, what's the whole thing so far? So Pearl is about to come in the garage, and Sue-Ann is here, and she just made me listen to Frank's awkward. She brought up the whole toy in front of Frank, and Frank doesn't like it. But he's not gonna tell Sue-Ann what to do, and he didn't want it to replace him, the toy. There's a toy that got delivered, a package got stolen. Sue-Ann installed cameras because she also found an earring, Pearl's earring. But she doesn't realize that it's Pearl's earring, but it's gonna be like a family heirloom. And the person who stole it, I already know who stole the package, okay? But I'm not gonna tell you guys because I don't wanna do any spoilers. But I'm just gonna help you, let you guys try to like kind of listen in and help me a little bit, maybe not. On how to make the next episode 6. So Pearl's gonna come in wearing a necklace with the earring because she's missing one. So there's 2, and one of them was found in Sue-Ann's yard. Somebody planted it there. They want Sue-Ann to think that Frank is cheating on Sue-Ann with Pearl, or that Pearl was the one that stole the package. I don't know. They're doing it to screw with Sue-Ann, and that's fine. And they knew Sue-Ann would take the bait. So, and Sue-Ann didn't have cameras, and then she caught Frank smoking. Thank you, Jeremy. She caught Frank smoking. Not a purple Mex jacket. Best 5 head ever. Thank you. Yeah. I do take pride in my 5 head. Anyways. So Pearl would love to take a shot. Okay, I would love that, Pearl. A shot, and then Sue-Ann's gonna be rolling her eyes. Okay, all right. I'm so sorry. I have this process that I go through, and so I'm sorry if I don't look at the screen for a minute, okay? Been missing coming over here. Michelle, would you like to shout with me? Yeah. Yeah, I'd love that, Pearl. Especially after what Sue-Ann just put me through. And Sue-Ann is going to be rolling her eyes. And Sue-Ann's going to be like, roll eyes. I have to write it out so that I remember to record that part. So I can like overlay it, you know? So Sue-Ann's gonna roll her eyes, and then Pearl's gonna look at her confused. Pearl looks at her confused. And then Sue-Ann notices the necklace while I'm, oh, maybe I explain. Okay, because that's how a normal conversation would go. I'd love that. I would love that, Pearl, especially after what Sue-Ann just put me through. And then Sue-Ann's gonna be like, and then Pearl's gonna look at Suan like, you okay? Like, you good? But she may not say that. And then Michelle is going to explain. So so I called her in there because I wanted to ask her something. So Michelle would say, so I know I called you in here because I wanted to ask you something. And then Pearl's going, oh yeah. What would you want to ask me? Okay. I know I called you in here because I said I wanted. Or no, Pearl needs to probably ask that. So Michelle is like, tequila? And then I noticed that they looked at each other. Like Suan rolled her eyes, and I noticed that Pearl looked at her like, "Are you okay? Are you good?" But she doesn't say it. And then I'm like, tequila? Wait. No. Michelle, what did you want to ask me? Anyway. And can I also get a water? Yeah. No. Okay. Pearl looks at her confused, like as if saying, you're good? Are you good? And then being like, Michelle, can I get a water? And, wait. Michelle needs to say tequila. Tequila? And then Pearl snaps out of it because she's looking at Suan like, are you okay? I have to think about it as if all of the characters are seriously all here and I have to emulate, like, thank you, Jeremy. Heading out, saw live, wanted to pop in for a bit. Love your content, love the skits, worked service industry, so can relate. Okay, bedtime now. Good night, Jeremy. Thank you very much for coming and for your gifts. Okay, tequila? No, I ask tequila. I'm like, would you like you want to do tequila? And she's like, yeah. Does a bear shit in the woods? Does a bear shit in the woods? Something along those lines. I might come up with a different line for that. Because I don't really like to cuss in my content. Because I know a lot of kids watch me, even though it's not kid friendly, but whatever. Sometimes I just have to because I do in real life. But I don't really like using cuss words. I don't in front of my son, if that tells you anything. Okay, I don't like saying poop in the woods, though. It sounds dumb. Anyway. Does a bear shit in the woods? Yeah. Okay, and then... Okay, Pearl looks at her confused, like, you good? And then I'm like, tequila? And then she is like, yeah. And then as I'm pouring them... As I'm pouring them, Suan notices the necklace. As I'm pouring them, Suan notices the necklace. And then she pulls it out from her pocket. And she looks, and it's the same thing. Even though we all know Suan wouldn't have to look again. She knows what it looks like. But she's just looking. Right? And Pearl is talking this whole time to me about, what is she talking about? She's talking about her and Wade met this new swinger couple or something. I don't, what did I write before? Okay. Oh, I know where this episode's gonna end. Okay, so I figured out the episode is gonna end with y'all not knowing if it's what Pearl is gonna say back to Sue Ann. So Sue Ann's gonna be like, once she notices the necklace, she's gonna be like, what were you doing on my property? Oh, thank you, Nikki, inside the chickie. Does the bear take a dump in the woods? Yeah, I like the saying. Okay, so I'm gonna say, I'll write that down. But I don't know if I'm gonna use the same, I mean, I think so much in between these episodes. Something might come to me, but I might use it. You never know. Does a bear take a dump? That's pretty funny. Okay. All right. As I'm pouring them, Sue Ann notices the necklace. Okay. And then Pearl's going to be telling me some other tea about something else. I got to come up with that. Okay. Probably some swinger story. I mean, I don't know. I'm going to be like, so what's been going on with you? Oh no, she's gonna ask me. Oh, no. Okay, as I'm pouring them, Sue Ann notices the necklace, and Pearl is talking about asking me what I wanted to ask her, because I called her to the garage because had something to ask her. So she wants to know what that is. Pearl is, did you have something that you wanted to ask me? And then she's also asking me for a water because she's gonna take a shot of tequila. She needs or something, a chaser or something. I don't know. Okay, Pearl asking what I wanted to ask her. Pearl's asking what I wanted to ask her and for a water or something. And then it just pans back and forth from Sue Ann, like looking at the thing and then looking back at Pearl as Pearl is talking. I just learned how to edit like this. So this season is gonna be a lot better edited, but I notice how I mess up sometimes where I don't put it like the frame all the way into the where I should put it so it's continuous. It'll like flash back and forth from a frame. Thank you, Delaney. Zemat. I can't. People used to try to pronounce my last name when I was little, Strazis. And they just straight kiss. I'm like, there's no K, there's no C. I don't know. Okay, but that's all right. I'm so sorry if I mispronounced it. But thank you very much. Yes, this is in my house. This is my garage. All right. Pearl's asking what I wanted. And then I'm like, okay, have you had any packages stolen off of your porch? And then Sue Ann's gonna be like, it's okay, Michelle. I already know she did it. And then Pearl's gonna be confused and being like, did what? Oh yeah, okay. Because she's gonna see the earring. Okay. Notices the necklace. Pearl's asking what I wanted to ask her and for water. I'm like, yeah, sure, yeah. And then pan back and forth from Sue Ann to Pearl and Michelle. And Michelle gives her the shots, or gives her the shot. And the water or whatever she ordered. And the other thing. And Sue Ann's face is looking mad. She's like, this bitch thinks that she can pull something. Okay, Sue Ann's mad. She already has it in her mind that Pearl took the package and that she is messing. Why was she on her property? She already knows. She thinks she knows that Pearl was on her property. Okay. Suanne knows, quote unquote, Pearl was on her property. And then I'm going to be like, oh, what'd you want to ask me? What did you want to ask me? Oh, wait, what I wrote it before? Oh, yeah. She already asked me what I wanted to ask her, and it's going to pan back and forth. It's going to go so fast. This is going to be like 5 seconds. So it's not 5 seconds, maybe like 10. But still. Okay. Then, so Michelle's going to be like, have you had any packages stolen from your, have you? Any packages stolen? And then Suanne's gonna be like, you don't have to, oh, you don't have to ask her that. I didn't realize I could like things like that. Anyways, and then Suanne's gonna be like, you don't have to ask her that. Suanne, she wears me out, man. Thinking about her. I don't know how Frank deals with her. Frank is such a cute guy. Like, I think about Frank and I think about like a wholesome, like innocent, so just, you know, how does he deal with Suanne? He goes along to get along, doesn't want to know anything because, you know, he thinks curiosity killed the cat. But what Suanne knows the second half of that saying is, and satisfaction brought it back. Like, that's the second half of that saying about curiosity kills the cat. Curiosity killed the cat. No. If you get it, like if you find out what you were trying to find out, that cat is smarter now. And it came back. So it's not dead. Anyways, Suanne, I know that saying, the saying after it was like brought in like later or something. I don't know. I tried to do research on it and then I got lost because I was like, wait, hold on. How does that? It doesn't make sense. People always say curiosity killed the cat because say you took a shot from a stranger and it was, you know, laced with something and then you died. Yeah, curiosity. Like, oh, it's kind of stupidity, really. But, and then I'm over here giving away shots at Halloween. I feel stupid. I don't know. I thought they're my neighbors. I don't know. I just I don't know. I know a lot of people drive from other neighborhoods or other like apartment complexes and stuff to take their kids trick-or-treating, and that's fine. But like nobody showed up this year. It was crazy. And only 2 people took a shot from this and they knew me from TikTok. It's the only reason they did it. And they liked it. It was good. And then I ended up taking it down to my neighbor's house. Actually, we have a girls' night. It's going to be taco girls' night with my sister. And she lives in my same neighborhood and she knows this other person and they are their friends. And we're in this group text that I usually hate. But I'm excited to have this girls' night. And she's going to host at her house. Because I was open to hosting. But she was like, no, we just got back from our vacation and we're going to do tacos. And my sister's pregnant. So I was like, well, I'll bring tequila because we were both asking, like, what can we bring? Like, sour cream, you got sour cream, you need salsa, guacamole, some chips. Like, you need me to bring some, like, tortillas or something. No, she said she's good. She's got all the fixings. She doesn't need to bring anything. And I'm like, heck yeah, these are the type of girlfriends that I like. Girlfriends that, like, not to say that I'm open to bringing stuff. That's not what it is. Anyways, but she just was willing to, you know, oh, thank you, Les. Anyway, I'm excited, but that's going to be, Tuesday, I think. Cause I was like, yes, this week is great. Cause I don't have, my toddler. So I don't, if I had my toddler, I wouldn't be able to do a girls' night. Cause I have him and I don't have help here. So I just have daycare he only goes half days. But anyway, so, all right. Have you had any packages stolen? And Sue Ann's gonna be like, I know you haven't. Because you're the one that stole mine. And Pearl's gonna be like, what? Okay. I know you haven't, or something about, something along those lines. I always change it before I actually do the skit. So, I might actually say this, but I know you haven't. Not packages? She's gonna, okay. Pearl's gonna be like, packages? And the viewer is gonna see the necklace. Like, see it, and then Sue Ann is gonna hold it up without Pearl looking, because Pearl's gonna be looking at me and talking to me. So she's not gonna see, but the camera will go to Sue Ann, and Sue Ann will be like figuring it out. Okay, I know you haven't because you were the one that stole mine. And then Sue Ann's gonna look at her first. I know you haven't. And then look at me. Because she stole mine. I'm gonna be like, it's a big accusation right there, Sue Ann. What? Why? Why? Huh? I'm gonna act like my child. Huh? Huh? Okay. Huh? Here you go. Cheers. Sue Ann's gonna pull it out of her pocket all matter-of-factly. And then Pearl is gonna act like Sue Ann stole that from her. So the viewer is gonna be confused as to how that earring got there. Okay. All right, okay. Huh? Give her the shot. Maybe I should roll my eyes, huh? And then be like, Sue Ann, hold on a second. Just chill. If you'd have cameras put up earlier, give her the shot. And I'm gonna have Pearl say something crazy, actually. Yeah. Because she stole mine. Nobody wants your old lady shit, Sue Ann. No, I can't have her say that. Okay. Sue Ann, nobody wants your new curtains. You change them things out with the seasons or something. What would Sue Ann order that Pearl would think would be in the packages? Probably a garden gnome or something, right? Nobody wants your holiday garden gnome, Sue Ann, that you ordered. Okay. Sue Ann, because she stole mine. I'm going to be like, huh? Maybe I will leave that part out. And then have Pearl just like pan over to her and be like, Sue Ann, nobody wants your new holiday garden gnome. And she's going to be like, it wasn't a garden gnome. Okay, well then your new curtains, your new pillow covers. Okay, yeah. Nobody. Garden gnome. Gnome. don't think I'm spelling it right, but I don't care. Nobody wants your new holiday garden gnome, Sue-Ann. It wasn't a garden gnome. Gnome. How the heck do you spell that? Oh, Gnome. No. Gnome. Gnome. No E. No, there is an E. It looks weird. Whatever. I don't care. Okay, y'all are telling me. Thank you. Someone farted. Okay. All right. It wasn't a garden gnome. It wasn't a garden gnome. Like, Sue-Ann's gonna act all proud. And then Pearl's gonna be like, okay, well, your new pillow covers or your curtains or whatever whatever old lady. I don't know. I don't want to say old lady. That's rude. Pearl wouldn't say that anyway. But Pearl doesn't like Sue-Ann because she knows Sue-Ann doesn't like her. So Pearl is gonna be like, whatever it is, your new pillow covers, your new, yeah. Your decoration, what do you call those pillows that you put on your bed? Hey everybody. Okay. What do you call those pillows? Oh, thank you for the Cash App. Momantina. Okay, a body pillow? No, like the throw pillows. Yeah, the throw pillow covers. Okay, so, all right. Nobody wants your new holiday garden gnome, Sue-Ann. It wasn't a garden gnome. Like, and Sue-Ann's gonna be like laughing like she can't keep up with her or something. And then Pearl's gonna be like, whatever, your new like throw pillow covers. Or couch pillow covers. Oh, thank you. My handwriting is not very good right now. I'm scribbling. Wasn't a garden gnome. Okay, okay. Whatever, Sue-Ann. Your new throw pillow covers. And then we're gonna cheers. Cheers. This is gonna be rewritten probably two more times before I actually, because the panning back and forth is what, because I want to catch the essence of everything, really. Whatever, your new throw pillow covers, like whatever kind of crazy crap you order online, you know, that vibe. And I'm gonna think it's funny. And then Sue-Ann's gonna be like, it was a toy. And then Pearl's gonna be like, Sue-Ann! Sue-Ann! Oh, what does Frank think about that? And she's gonna be like, well, maybe you can tell me, because I don't have it. Okay, yeah. Cheers. Okay, and then it was a toy. And then Pearl she's about gonna choke on it. I'm gonna have to redo this scene many times. It's gonna be water coming out of that shot glass. Pearl chokes a little. And spits. But no, she doesn't spit, because then she'd spit it on me, and I don't want to. No. She chokes a little, and she is like laughing in proudness. She's proud of Sue-Ann. Oh. Okay. Hey guys, sorry, somebody called me. Light Bonnie, thank you for your contribution. Okay, so Pearl chokes a little, laughing in proudness. She's like proud of Sue-Ann, that Sue-Ann's venturing out, trying something new. She's so happy. And then Sue-Ann's gonna be like, it was you. You stole the package. And then she's gonna pull the earring out. Yeah. I'm acting a little dramatic because, and this is how, because I like to think about it like that. It was you. It was you. You stole the package. And she's gonna be pissed. And then Pearl's gonna be like, who's shatting your Cheerios? Your cereal? Who? She's gonna be like, and then she's gonna be like, oh, look. And then Pearl's gonna be like, where did you find that? That is my mammy's. So you were the one that left the light on in my car? Made it die? And then it's gonna cut. Yep. Look at this. Then I need to write episode 2 also tomorrow. Maybe I can get ahead and record another one. Because this one, it's sounding like it's gonna be probably a little bit over a minute. If I cut right there. But that's a good cutoff spot. Because then I already know kind of what I'm gonna do for episode 7. Okay, look at this. It was you. Look at this. And then Pearl's gonna be mad. She's gonna have an immediate piss. And then Michelle's gonna be like, oh, you want another shot? No, she's not gonna say anything about the car light. That is my mammy's earring. Thank you, Ray. You wish your local bartender was as cool as me. Thank you so much. I swear they are cooler than you think. It's just they're jaded. I'm so sorry. Like most bartenders, they got kind of stuck in the industry. I love bartending. I love it. Even as a dive bar bartender. People used to come up and ask me for something fruity. The other bartenders hated it. And I was like, you don't have to serve them. I will serve them. And I will make them what they want. And they'll wait patiently. Because people used to come and only want to be served by me. And the owners of Two Buck told me that I was the best bartender that they've ever had. When I called my one of my best friends, who was also a regular there, she turned 60 something, 62, 63, I don't know, I don't remember. But she was my best friend, really. During COVID, we became like best friends. And then so they FaceTimed me. And the owners of Two Buck were in the FaceTime, and they told me that I was the best bartender that they've ever had. And I was like, oh my God, are you guys drunk? Because thank you. They were like, no, you need to come down here and you could stay at our house and we could all bartend with you. I was like, I'd rather share my tips with bartenders that aren't respectfully. She used to run around like a chicken with her head cut off. She could make beers. She could open beers. She was good at that. She was good at washing glasses. But she would mostly be in the way. I'd be like, and you can't, they're the owners. It's the owner and the owner's wife. What are you supposed to do? Like, get out of my way? You're like, and then you have to get their glasses out to look at the computer and you're slow as fuck, but I love them so much. And I miss that place. And I came up with them, like, when I started making all this content and stuff. They called me a couple times, and were like, "Can you take that post down?" And I was like, "Yeah." I always said, "Yeah." I was like, "Yeah, sure, I'll take that. No problem. Sorry, I didn't, you know." But with all of the controversy, they still said all that. And I mean, I would post a lot about that place because, I mean, it was where I was working. And there was one time they made me post something, and I was like, "This is not going to go viral," and it did. It did go viral. It was about March Madness. Okay, so during March Madness, there was this. It was so stupid. That's probably why it went viral. It's always the stupid crap that goes viral. Anyways, but it was so dumb. Never Had a Bad Time. That's their name on Instagram, right? And they did this March Madness like bracket with the bars in Charlotte, okay, where I worked. And $2 Saloon, where I was working, was included in this bracket. And they wanted me so badly to post about it. And I was like, "Guys, I'm not doing this because they're going to end up using it against us." Like, the people, like the bars that lose, because there are certain bars that are used to winning and getting to a certain place in the bracket. You know what I mean? It'd be like, UNC, you know what I mean? Like how there's certain Arizona, like there's certain teams, certain years that expect to get to a certain place, and certain ones that feel like outdone or something because of some unfair advantage that some other team had or something. Whatever. I said, if we can get to the final two, without help from me, from my social media, I will post about if we make it to the final two. But the rest of it has to be all authentic. Like, we have to make people go on there and vote and get votes. I'm not going to have the whole nation be trying to vote for us when they've never come to our bar. It makes no sense. That's stupid. And I didn't think we were going to make it to the final two, but then we did. We did. And authentically or organically, we did. And we were against Ed's Tavern. And Ed's Tavern has won all these years in a row and whatever. And they are so competitive with this. And $2 Saloon, the owners, they were like, "Oh, Michelle, we made it to the final two organically. Like, and you know what that means, right?" And I'm like, "Guys, when I do this, if it does go viral," but I said it wouldn't because I didn't think people would care. But apparently they did. Because it got like 2 point something million views. And I said, if it does go viral, y'all are dealing with the backlash. I'm not. And they were like, "What backlash? What backlash would we get?" And I'm like, "You'll see. No, you need to post about this. You need to post about this." So I did a whole TikTok and I was like, "Hey guys, so there's this bracket thing." I just explained all of it. And I was like, "And we made it to the final two without my help. But if you guys want to co-vote for us so we can win this and win the bracket thing for bars this year, go to Never Had a Bad Time on the I word," because I couldn't say Instagram. So I said, go to the I word and go to Never Had a Bad Time, click on their story, and then you can vote right there. And we were losing by a lot at that time. Anyway, there were a lot of, do you know the backlash we got? It was insane. They said that we cheated. And I was like, all the other bartenders from every other bar that was in this contest, they're all posting on all of their social medias. Why would you not use the one person that has millions of followers? They're like, "It's not fair. She has millions of followers on TikTok." And then the Never Had a Bad Time, like, Instagram page, they only had like 8,000 followers at the time. I don't know why we cared so much about this dumb contest, but whatever. They had over 80,000 people went to their thing and voted for $2 Saloon. That's insane. They said last year total for the whole contest, it was like maybe 10,000. And just this one time in voting, they had 80,000 people vote for just $2 Saloon. He was amazed. He was trying to hire me. And the owners of $2 were like, oh, no. Like, that's okay. I mean, we will let her know, but she probably won't. Which they were right. But and they disqualified us from the contest because of me. And then the owners of $2 were just pissed off about it. They were like, we don't want to talk about it anymore. I don't understand how you do this shit all day. I don't understand how you deal with this because this is crazy. The backlash that we're getting because you did a post trying to get people to go vote for us in a contest is crazy. And I was like, I know. I'm sorry. I told you. Anyway, it all turned out okay. Okay, I think I got tomorrow's episode pretty much kind of good. I think I'm good. I would like to make a drink. Would you guys like to make a drink with me? I love you guys. Okay. I'm trying to read. How do I deal with procrastination? I don't deal with it. That's why I do it. It's terrible. It's 12:39 in the morning right now. I do have my next episode pretty much kind of played out, so I can wake up tomorrow. I don't have my son this week, which is so sad, but I also do get to sleep in. So that's nice. I get to sleep in, and then I'm going to record this, and then I'm going to write probably the next episode after this, and I'm probably going to do some more other content. I need to schedule a meeting I need to do other things too. And I also need to take my German Shepherd I need to schedule a vet visit. Her claw she's been licking it a lot and it's not getting better. And I took her there already anyways. The point is that I have other stuff that I have to do too. So, let's make a shot. What do you guys want to do? Oh, thank you. You said, oh my gosh, you look so pretty. Thank you. What is my favorite restaurant? I really like seafood a lot. I love Bonefish Grill. Their Bang Bang Shrimp is probably the only shrimp that I will eat because I had a bad experience with a shrimp one time and a Bloody Mary and it made me sick. Can I make a Red Bull vodka? That's a vodka Red Bull is usually what I drink during the daytime, but it's 12:40. I'm not really trying to drink a Red Bull right now. Yeah, because I want to go to sleep. Frank walks up right as Suan says it's a toy. No, because he already knows it's a toy. And he just left. He went to go blow some leaves. So I already got it. I got it figured out. But I did want to Fireball Rum Chata. Yeah, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. You know what I'm going to make? I haven't made this in a really long time either. I used to love these. You guys ever had loopy vodka? Tastes like Fruit Loops. Yes. This is what I'm going to do. I'm getting the ice cube out. Oh, I'm back. My son's dad was just calling me. I have to call him. But this is Fruit Loops. just rum chata and loopy vodka. Cheers, guys. Oh, it smells like Fruit Loops. It's so good. I'm about to go to bed. I'm so tired. And I have to call my son's dad back. Sorry, I don't really like talking to him, but I do it, and I'm very cordial and very nice. I just... There's just a lot to that, because